The 1950 edition of the British Grand Prix was the first race of the new World Championship of Drivers and was held at the Silverstone Circuit. The former RAF bomber station in Northamptonshire had already hosted two Grand Prix in October 1948 and May 1949. The Formula One series originated with the European Championship of Grand Prix Motor Racing in 1931. The championship continued until 1939, when the outbreak of World War II forced motor racing competitions in Europe to stop. Following the war, the first Formula One race was held in Italy at the Turin Grand Prix in 1946, and the World Drivers' Championship was formalized the following year. The first World Championship race took place around the 4.6 km Silverstone Circuit in England in 1950. The 1950 British Grand Prix was also the designated European Grand Prix for the year, which was the 11th time that title had been held since the first one back in 1923. However, in those days, the European Grand Prix was just an honorific title given to one of the national Grand Prix in Europe, and not a race in its own right. 22 cars and 24 drivers were entered for the first Formula One race, which meant that British drivers Joe Fry and Brian Shaw Taylor shared Maserati number 10, while Peter Walker and Tony Rold shared the ERA, or English Racing Automobile. In those days, points for shared drivers were divided equally between the drivers, regardless of how many laps each driver completed during the race. However, both cars failed to finish in the top 5, so they were not awarded any points. 9 countries were represented at the 1950 Silverstone Grand Prix, with Great Britain providing 9 drivers, more than any other countries, followed by 4 drivers from France and 2 from Italy. The biggest absence from the opening race of the season was no other than Formula One's most successful team in history, Scuderia Ferrari. The Scuderia founder, Enzo Ferrari, was not happy with the prize money available at the British Grand Prix, and decided instead to focus on a Formula 2 event in Monza, Italy. The Italian team made its Formula 1 debut at the following race at the Monaco Grand Prix. Qualifying took place on Friday, and it was Nino Farina on Alfa Romeo to take pole position with a time of 1 minute 50 seconds, 0.8. Farina was followed by his 3 Alfa Romeo teammates, Luigi Fagioli, Juan Manuel Fangio, and Reg Parnell, showing the clear superiority of the Italian team. Prince Bira from Thailand was the fastest non-Alfa driver, 1.8 seconds behind Farina. On the 13th of May 1950, in front of 200,000 spectators, the strength of the Alfa Romeo team was further proved in the race, with the Italian team leading all 70 laps and securing all 3 steps of the podium, with Nino Farina the winner, followed by Luigi Fagioli and Reg Parnell. The Alfa Juan Manuel Fangio retired on lap 62 following an oil pipe issue. The automobile Talbot Darracq of Yves Giraud Cabontou was the best of the rest, finishing the race in 4th, 2 laps down and ahead of his teammate Louis Rosier. In the first Grand Prix in Formula 1 history, only the top 5 drivers scored points. 8 points for the winner of the race, 6 points for second, 4 points for third, 3 points for fourth, 2 points for fifth, plus 1 additional point for the fastest lap, meaning that Nino Farina led the championship with 9 points ahead of his teammates after the first race. The dominant strength of the Alfa Romeo shown at the British Grand Prix allowed Nino Farina to become the first Formula One world champion at the end of the 1950 season.